Welcome back to another video. So with today, just a quick update with my day. Basically, I have been spending most of my day editing this morning. Well, actually, I haven't been editing that much. Like I said, I'm only at the moment only doing one product. I've had issues with my TikTok shop. I'm still waiting on a response on whether or not or how to fix a specific issue that I have with it. So I'm only uploading for one product right now. And yeah, like it freed up my day a lot more and it feels a little weird. It makes me feel a little bit more unproductive as well. I really should be doing more, but I don't know why, like I haven't. Yeah, like I've been doing a bit of planning today as well, bit of research. And yeah, like that's it. Gonna go home later, do product research. And that's it. That's basically my day. It's kind of short. I don't know, like I've kind of asked maybe to do another product for one of the guys I'm a creator for, but we'll see what they say, what the response is. Just because I know that I feel like the less products I'm doing, the less kind of productive I feel like I am. Like it's weird because I feel like the more products that I do, the more it forces me to be more productive because I feel like I have all this on my plate and so I just have to do and I don't have time to think about being bored. It's really weird, like kind of thinking, but yeah, like it's weird because I feel like the more products I do, the more productive I will become. But then if I do less products, it just makes me feel like I have time to chill and relax, but I don't want to chill and relax. I want to do more. So yeah, that's the one thing is like, it's weird. It's a really weird thing to say, like saying that I feel like I'm just wasting time, I guess, when I'm doing less products, which I think I would never have thought I would say something like that. Like I never thought that last year I would actually be doing more than 3 products at the same time. And now for probably the last 3 months, I've been doing 4 to 5 products at the same time for a while. And I haven't exactly gotten to 100% burnout or like haven't gotten to like that breaking point where I feel like it's too much. Like it was just enough, but it wasn't so much where I would just like, want to shut down. It was actually, I think, just enough to keep me on my toes, which is very interesting, very weird because I felt like at the time when I was doing it, it felt like a lot. But then now that I'm slowing down and doing less, I'm like, I kind of want that feeling of doing more and having more on my plate. I actually think I liked it a bit more. So yeah, it's so weird to say something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's something that's like not normal to a lot of people where they want to take on more work. Most people want to take on less work, whereas I want to take on more, right? And I've seen some comments on my YouTube videos where people are like telling me to like, oh, you should, take a break or you should do this. And, if you're trying to work out, then you should only focus on working out. But like my goals in life are different to the goals that you want in life. Like, yeah, you might want to focus on the gym or might want to only focus on one thing when you're doing it at the same time. But my goal is trying to find a winning product. And this is what it's going to take to find a winning product, which is working out when I'm, when I'm doing product research while I'm working out, when I'm taking my 5-minute breaks to just scroll for 5 minutes just to see if I can find a new product. That is what it takes. And like for people out there to say things like, you should only focus on the gym and be more present and this and that. Like my thing is, you're telling me this, which is great, and I understand where you're coming from, but like, where are you in life? What are you doing for you to be able to tell me that I shouldn't be doing that, right? Have you made $1 million? Look, if you haven't, then I don't think anyone should be giving that sort of advice to anyone, right? Because why? That is just dragging people down, right? People who want to be able to do as much work as they can in the whatever space where they're taking breaks is actually should be seen as a good thing because they're clearly driven and they clearly want to work more and work harder, right? And for me, I have seen that kind of personality in a lot of people who I have admired, where they will just work so hard every time they want to, when they like have some time off or a little break, like 10-minute breaks, they're going into doing product research, or they're doing something where, they're kind of doing their work, but then it's more chill work and it doesn't involve as much brain horsepower. And so that's the kind of mentality I've adapted or adopted for myself, because I've seen it in other successful people who I want to become. And so when I hear other people who say things like that, where they say, you shouldn't be, doing product research when you're working out, during your, breaks, you should be more present when you're working out. Like, clearly, like, that's not right, because other people out there who have made, 6 figures a month, and they're consistently making 6 figures a month, have said they work during those break times when they're having lunch and they're scrolling at the same time, doing product research, and they're doing all these things during their breaks, right? So their breaks aren't really breaks to most people, because most people see, doing product research or doing whatever as work. And people associate work with a negative thing, because work to them is something that is dragging them down. But then work for me is something that's pushing me up. Right? Work for me is me growing, whereas work for other people, they see it as something that's bad, because they see it as like they're wasting their time. The work doesn't actually improve them. The work actually puts them down. So they have a negative connotation with work. But I see work as the complete opposite. I see work as something positive and something that actually can bring you up and can help grow me mentally, physically, and all of the above. Right? So that's why I think that when I say I'm doing product research during my breaks or during whenever, it's because I'm more driven in growing myself and being a better person and being better in dropshipping. And I am so driven to making this work that I am willing to do whatever it takes, right? Sacrificing my rest, my sleep, my everything, just to make it work. And I think if you're not driven like that, then, you're not going to get there. Right? You only get to a certain point, and then you won't get to that Elon Musk level, that Jeff Bezos level, where they're working like complete animals and just always on the grind. Like, do you think Elon Musk ever took those kinds of breaks where, it was a 10-minute break and he'd actually take a 10-minute break and doom scroll? No, right? Like, most people who are doing those 10-minute breaks at the gym, right, they end up doom scrolling anyways. So what's the point of doom scrolling when you can actually do something more productive on your break, right? A rest break during the gym is just to rest your muscles, right? You're not there to do anything else other than to rest your muscles during that kind of space. And so why not do the product research if you're just going to doom scroll on Instagram anyways? You may as well do something more productive, right? And so, I don't know, I kind of thought of that all day today, about how, a lot of people say something like that, where like people say, oh, you should take it easy, you should take a break, you should relax, whatever it is. A lot of people say that, and I just don't like that. I don't like it when people say you should take it easy and you should take a break. You should just relax. Like, I hate it. I absolutely hate it, because I don't want to take it easy. I want people to tell me you should work harder. You're doing great and you should work harder, right? But we need more people like that in the world, where people are constantly pushing each other to do better. But like, I see less of that in this world, at least from where I am staying at, is like, all I see is people saying you should chill, just relax, take it easy, all of this. But I don't want to take it easy. I don't want to take a break. I don't want to stop. I want to keep moving. And I feel like out there, if you're watching this video and you have friends out there who want to do things or are trying to do things and are doing it, but they haven't gotten to that stage yet, but they're working really hard at it, you should just keep pushing them and tell them to do better. You're doing really well. Keep pushing. You're almost there. Keep going. Because that's the kind of people we need more in the world. We need people like that supporting each other and uplifting each other. We don't need people telling each others to take a break and take it easy and just whatever, relax. Like, we don't need that, right? We need to work harder. We need to do more in life. We need to achieve our goals that we want to achieve. And what better way but to support each other doing that instead of telling each other to just relax. Relaxing is great, but you can do that later. Right now, you're here to grind, you're here to hustle, and you're here to work hard. So keep supporting each other to work harder. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Just something I wanted to talk about and, express how I feel and think. I think it's really important to just kind of just uplift each other and support each other instead of telling people to take it easy, take a break, you should be more present, whatever stuff there is. I feel like you should not be saying stuff like that. But most people don't have that kind of thinking or mentality because it's a common thing where everyone else will always say, take it easy, take a break, take your time with it, whatever. But yeah, I'll end this video here for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you learned something cool. I really hope you did. But please subscribe and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.